Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Charles de Lastic and this channel is Developing Extraordinary. It's all about how to grow your mind, grow your business and grow your wealth. So today's video is really the second part of a previous video I've done on the 3 steps to unstoppable mental strength. Now, years ago, way back in 2008, I suffered a serious problem in my business after the financial crash, and I was probably in a state of mental depression for about a month, thinking I was going to lose my business and possibly even go bankrupt. And as a result of that, as I came out of it, thankfully, I resolved to make sure I never got into that mental state again. I've spent an awful lot of time over the ensuing years researching how to grow my mental strength, so if I ever faced a very, very serious problem, I would be able to cope with it significantly better than I did at that point. So that's what today's video is about. I hope you enjoy it, but let's go into the intro and then move forward from there. So cue the intro. Welcome back, and as I said before, today is 3 steps to unstoppable mental strength. So what's the first one? A control list. Now the previous video was all around getting your mindset right. This is much more around actual practical applications. So what is a control list? Well, very, very simply, it's a can-do, can't do list. So you take your problem as you see it and you write out all the things that you think you can't do. What can't you control? Make that list. Then write down all the things that you can do. But let's focus on the can't first. So if you look at all the can'ts and write it down, it stops it just spinning around in your head all the time, because this is the part of the problem that people go into mental depression. They have these issues and then it goes round and round and round in their heads, whereas if you write it down on a list, think through each issue at a time, just focus on it. Am I absolutely certain that I can't do anything about this? Talk to other people. In the previous video we talked about getting help, so seek alternatives. Maybe there's something you haven't thought of and actually that can convert a can't into a can. Right, so once you've established all of your can't do's, you've just got it down. Don't think about them again. You can't do anything about it. You've established you can't do anything about it, so why turn it around in your head? So the next thing is to go into what you can do. Right, so now you've got a list, you now can work forward on that and determine what exactly it is you can do, and then you plan to do something about that, which takes us to the next step. And this is your action list. So your can-do list is just the list of things that you can do something about, and this is what you want to do. So now you convert that into a list of action points. So what are you going to do? So once you've got your list, what you do is you win in your mind. So what I mean by winning in your mind, once again, it's about using the strength of your mind and visualization. Your brain really can't tell the difference between you visualizing something really strongly and actually being in that scenario. So if you visualize very, very strongly winning, you're more likely to win. In other words, you put yourself into a position of having won already. So for instance, if you had to jump a 12-foot chasm to save your life, and if you absolutely knew without any doubt whatsoever that you could jump 12 foot and reach the other side, you got no problem. You go for it 100% and you'll make it. If you think, can I do it, can I not do it? You're now in a state where you're holding back. You aren't giving it 100%, and therefore you're much less likely to succeed if you're in that position. So winning in your mind is really important in the first place, and that's the power of visualization and planning. The power of now. Okay, so this is a famous book by Eckhart Tolle. If you haven't read it, fantastic book, I suggest you do. It talks about really that you can't do anything about the past and the future is uncertain. But in the moment, right here, right now, you can do something, and you can only ever live in the moment. Sometimes people's heads, and this is partly the issue with depression, they transport themselves into the past and wish what ifs and whatnot, and then they worry about the future. Whereas if you're in the present moment doing what you can do with 100% effort and 100% concentration, you're going to get a better result. So focus on the now, work in the now, and deal with what you can do right now. That's all you can do. Then reviewing your wins. So what does that mean? So basically, hopefully you've won in your mind, you've concentrated on the now, you've taken action, and then when you win, when you actually achieve something, it doesn't matter what it is, as tiny as it is, every single day review what you won on. Celebrate the wins in your mind. That will also give you serotonin and improve the power of your mind. But celebrating wins is a great way of then giving you the motivation to move forward on an ongoing basis. So review and celebrate your wins. Don't just let them pass you by. And actually, you should do that all the time, frankly, because again, it gives you mental strength and gives you motivation to move forward. So reviewing your wins. Last but not least, helping others. Now, this might seem a bit weird because you've got a major problem, you're potentially going into mental depression, you've got real issues, and now I'm saying help others. Well, why should you do that? And how have you got the time, and how does that work? So the first thing is small acts of kindness. So I'm not saying spend hours and hours and hours doing something for other people when you're not dealing with your own issues. You should be working on your can list, on winning in your mind, focusing on what you can do to resolve your problems. But in the course of your day, small acts of kindness to other people and actually seeking to do them. You could even write down 2 or 3 things in advance on the day and just carry them out, because you know it'll help somebody else. But that gratefulness that they give you for those small acts of kindness will once again help you and help your own mindset to feel better. So small acts of kindness doesn't take long, but certainly worthwhile, and again something you should do all the time, frankly. Last but not least, donate time. So you may be having a major problem, you may not be well off financially, there may be all sorts of things, but you can donate a little bit of time here and there. And again, even through small acts of kindness or helping out or volunteering or whatever it might be, but just seeking to move it outside of yourself. Really, it's surprising, there's always somebody worse off than yourself, and although we may be having severe issues if something goes wrong in our lives, by adopting mental strength and helping others helps our own situation. This is tried, tested and proven. There is no doubt. It absolutely works. Okay, so there's 3 points. Your control list, get the alternatives on your can'ts, right? Sometimes somebody will think of something that you don't. Make sure you've got your cans, set micro goals, set projects, a series of tasks that you need to carry out to achieve those micro goals. Win in your mind, focus on the now, do everything you need to do, and then help others as well. Those 3 additional steps to mental strength will help you to move forward. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please give us a like. This kind of material is what I produce all the time, and if you find it interesting, then please subscribe to my channel. I look forward to talking to you again. Thank you, and bye for now. Thanks, bye.